It is Friday, September 16th, and the MLB, and I'm Austin from Calling Our Shot.
And I'm Logan from Calling Our Shot.
And we're back. It's Friday, the end of the week, and we got our three favorite picks coming your guys' way. We got two game picks, one parlay of the day coming right up.
As always, guys, just do us a real quick favor. Go down, hit that subscribe button, especially if we've been making you some money, which I have a good feeling we have been.
And I forgot to mention, we have a no on first inning as always. But before we get into that, we have a special guest on today's video, as we have the Brewers. It's a quick 3-0 day from yesterday. A great day. We got the brooms out. Nothing better than that. Hit that subscribe button. Let's recap our three plays before we dive into it real quick. Athletics team total under 2.5. No sweat bet. Just kidding. They had 2 runs in the fourth, and then you had to go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 with no runs. We got it done. Rays first 5 was a no sweat bet. Easily win that 4-0. And the Guardians, White Sox going first inning. We had to survive an error. We had to survive a runner in scoring position. We had to survive a whole lot of injury. It was a whole thing, but we get it done. 3-0 sweep. That's what we like to do. Hopefully, we help you guys make some money. In the NFL, we didn't have too bad. We got backdoored on the dang Chiefs, but that's all right. We're going to keep getting into it. College football, week 3 best bets already live on the channel. Week 2 best bets for NFL live on the channel. Parlays and player props live at 12 p.m. noon. So definitely check that out. And we have a 1.5 unit play in that video. So you don't want to miss out on that. We have a couple new All-Stars. We appreciate you guys for hitting that join button on the channel, supporting the channel. Mahendra, hopefully I pronounced that right. David and Humble Cloth. Thank you guys all so much for supporting. Logan, it's time to get back and bring back these brooms. I want to see them tomorrow. What you got?
Yeah, we're going to the Yankees versus Brewers game, and I'm taking the total in this one. I'm taking the over 8 runs in this one. Minus 107 on points bets, your best value on this one. And as Austin's kind of showing here, you do have some books fluctuating at the 8.5 line. I like it a lot better at 8, to be honest with you. So honestly, depending on where your book has it, either go with the 8 or the 8.5. That extra half point in baseball makes all the difference in this one. Let me tell you, the push, I wouldn't mind a push potential in this one, so that's why we're going with the 8. Now the Yankees, normally I don't like trends, on my side, but the Yankees have won over full game total in 4 straight games. So it is worth noting that the Yankees have definitely been bringing the bats as of recently. Now, if you look at the Yankees splits versus lefties and righties, the Yankees are only batting 111 versus lefties in their last 3 games. Good news for them. Yankees hitting 274 versus righties in their last 3 games. Hauser, who they're facing today, is a right-handed pitcher. Hauser, 3.21 ERA at home. Pretty solid, numbers for Hauser. If you look at what he's been doing recently, they're okay, right? Now, Hauser is not a big strikeout guy either. 0, 2, and 2 Ks in his last 3 games. The Yankees are sometimes prone to strikeouts. We know that. They swing for power, they swing for the fences, and that means a lot of strikeout potential. But you know what? Hauser might not exactly have the put-away pitches. And I'm telling you, if he's missing spots against a very, very talented Yankees lineup, they will put it in the seats, which is what we're hoping for, right? Now on the other side, we got Frankie Montas pitching. 5.2 road ERA and a 1.2 WHIP on the road. So I mean, you look at those numbers, and honestly, they're pretty hittable. Honestly, the Brewers should be able to hit him. Montas, 3 home runs allowed in his last 3 road starts. Milwaukee, 4th in home runs at home. We know this Milwaukee offense loves to hit at home. They love to hit, bombs. And Milwaukee also 5th in walks drawn. Montas, 4 walks allowed in his last start. Why is that important? Especially with the Brewers offense that sometimes struggles to manufacture runs outside of the home runs. Well, if Montas is putting on free base runners, look, they can score, via singles, or if it really what we would love is if, we get a 3-run home run. That would be awesome for Montas walking a few guys. Milwaukee also has been, really solid recently. They're hitting 280 versus righties in their last 3 games. Montas, of course, is a right-handed pitcher. And now if we look at once the starting pitchers come out and we go to the bullpens, Yankees do have a talented bullpen. They're second in bullpen ERA. I still seen them give up some runs for sure. And Milwaukee's 17th in bullpen ERA. Their bullpen has also given up a lot of runs for sure. So we're taking the over in this one, and I feel really solid about this one. But Austin, what do you got for us today?
So, Logan, what's better than hitting a play on Friday? I'd say hitting a plus value play, and that is what I will be going with today. Is I will be taking the Tigers, and I'll be taking their team total over runs. Currently, plus 110 on Caesars is the best value you're going to get. You're getting plus value across all books, so definitely take advantage of it. I clicked on the wrong slide, but take advantage. All plus value on all of these different on the books. Now, let's talk about this one because I'm going to be honest, if you want to wait for maybe like an over 3 line where you can get a push at 3, that might be a little bit safer, and you can go with that. And I won't lie to you, the slate for Friday is not very good for the MLB. It was tough to find a play that I like, but I do like this one as the Tigers are under 4 straight games. Yeah, You bet this, you lost 4 units the last 4 games they played, but they got a day off yesterday. So maybe they've recycled and the pendulum will swing back because prior to those 4 games, like going under, they were over in 4 straight games. So this is the pendulum we talk about in MLB. It constantly goes back and forth. I'm hoping it swings back in our way where we see the Tigers putting up some runs on the board. Now, they'll be having a lot of opportunities as they'll be facing Mr. Lucas Giolito. He will start for the Chicago White Sox today, 5.18 ERA, a 1.49 whip. This is a guy actually that has pitched a little bit better on the road, which is where he finds himself today. But I still think the Tigers can get it done because then it's 3 starts versus the Detroit, 4.58 ERA. He's allowed 9 earned runs in 17 innings pitched. Now, in all 3 of those starts, Tigers hit this team total. I believe they went 4, 5, and 7 runs. So they've been able to get it done. All of them haven't been against Giolito, but they're able to get some runs up on the bullpen, which is definitely possible today. Now, look at the opposing team is over 3.5 total runs, 18 of Giolito's 26 starts, and Giolito has allowed 3+ earned runs by himself in 50% of his starts. So they're getting a head start on the team total by getting to Giolito, and the bullpen comes in and says, there's a couple extra runs. And that's what I'm hoping for because the White Sox bullpen is average. It's not great. It's not terrible. I mean, 3.96 ERA over the last 30 games is right in the middle of the pack. There's really a lot of teams kind of sandwiched in that same kind of echelon. And I do think the Tigers, after having 3 or 4 straight bad games, I think they have a chance here. You look at the money line here. You look at the White Sox, which are a more talented team here. They're only like -140 on the money line, whereas the Tigers like +115, +120. I know they have Matt Manning, who's pitched well at home, but he's going to do a little bit of regression. So I do think the Tigers do come out here, maybe steal some coin, maybe win this game outright. I like their team total over 3.5 runs. A little bit of plus value on this Friday evening. So sign me up for that one. But as always, we know what time it is. We needed one yesterday, and we got it. Today we're coming back because it's always Nerfy Nation. Maybe get the flags out. The rock music should eventually start one time. Yeah, there we go. And we looked at this slate long and hard. Logan and I normally collaborate on these, and it's not a great slate, people. But we got one, and we're hoping that we can get out of jail free card because that's what felt like yesterday. Because, boy, we had that White Sox Guardians one, and they scored a run in the second, third, fourth, fifth. I think 6th inning, but they didn't score one in the first. That's all that mattered. Today, we are going to the Mets and Pirates game and taking the no run for sitting there, -121 on Barstool. It's about -130 on every other book, all around the same value. Sign us up. Now, let's talk about this one a little bit. On the mound for the Mets will be Taijuan Walker. 19-6 on no run first innings, 8-2 at home. He's been pretty solid, and I have faith he can get through the first 3 outs. We normally don't struggle with no run first innings. We like to save the runs for 2 strikes and 2 outs in the bottom of the first. But look at this Pirates, 29th in first inning runs. I think Walker, despite him sometimes putting free base runners out there, I think he can certainly get it done. He's been really good, dialed in all year long. So Walker, get me 3 outs. Who's pitching for the Pirates today, Logan?
Yeah, we've got Mitch Keller going, right? Keller, 18-7 on Nerfies. That record's surprisingly better than I honestly thought. Now, the Mets are a talented offense, we know. Mets 8th in first inning runs. It kind of looked like maybe they're turning a corner a little bit. But in the same pitching matchup back on September 6th, which isn't all that long ago, this was a Nerfie. Now, can history repeat itself? Can we get lucky enough for history to repeat itself? Fingers crossed. We'll say a little prayer before it. But yes, I really do think there's a good chance of it at least. The over-under set to 8. Despite the Mets' offensive explosion yesterday, they're still sometimes a little bit slow starting. So I think this one stands a really good chance. As Austin said, him and I always collaborate on these Nerfies. We look at the ones we like, the ones we don't like. And I'm telling you, there's a lot more we don't like than do like on this slate. So good luck out there. Play these Nerfies responsibly, and let's cash.
Yeah, that's our most favorite confident one with the value and whatnot. So those are our 3 plays of the day. Can we bring out the brooms? Back-to-back days. I say yes. Of course, we're going to dive into a parlay of the day, which missed by the Cardinals yesterday. And today we are going to go with 2 other games that we kind of sort of talked about already. Red Sox Royals taking the over 9.5 in that game, the full game total, and the Brewers team total over 3.5. Hopefully the Brew Crew can show up, cash this leg of the parlay, and help Logan cash his regular play. Those are our 3 plays of the day, plus the parlay of the day. A couple other videos popping up on the screen. We appreciate you guys. It's Friday. Have some fun. Let's go out and bring out these brooms again. We'll see you guys back again, same time, same place, Saturday morning. You know where to find us. We'll see you guys then. Peace out.